Hello, everybody. Welcome to my podcast, Between the Whistles. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today's a good day. Today, I have with me Adrian college football player Luke Stento. How you doing, Luke?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're here with me, man.
Likewise.
Yeah, man. You're playing for Adrian right now. I just seen you guys had an 8-2 record overall, 5-2 in conference play. Also defeated a D1 FBS team in Valparaiso University. So could you just touch base on how you feeling after you guys' season ended and overall how you feeling?
It was truly a magical season to be a part of. This second year with this coaching staff. They took over a 1-9 program, went 6-4 the first year, and improved this year, my first year with the program, to 8-2. So, those two losses were both heartbreaking, and the last game being yesterday, it was a difficult one to really swallow because we expected to continue playing for a few more weeks. We played at a high level all year. We were 2 points away from beating the number 17 team in the country and 1 point away from beating the eventual conference champion, who's ranked lower for some reason. But the two losses being a combined 30 total points, it was heartbreaking to go out in that way after, like you said, we started off, we beat a D1 football program, and it was something we rode as momentum for the whole season. So, it really set the standard and set the culture of our program early by getting that game. And I'll always remember that trip. I always remember this whole season.
Yeah, man. I know emotions are high right now, especially with it being over yesterday. So thank you for that, man, being able to touch on that. First, just to start out, my first question I want to talk about for today is to start. Do you personally use social media, and if so, like what do you mostly use it for? Like, is it to stay connected with people you know, or is it a part of your brand, like as an athlete?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I'd say I do use social media. Yeah, I have a personal account and I have an account for my photography. Mm-hmm. And my personal account is the one that I mainly post about football on, post about my life, stay connected with others. So I don't make any money from football. I haven't gotten any NIL deals or any type of endorsements at all. So or sponsorships, I guess you could say, but I haven't gotten any of those from playing football. So I mainly just use that to stay connected with people. But I'll also that's a big part of my identity is my position on the team. So I would post about that a lot, and it's definitely a part of my personal identity, but not like a business brand per se.
Right.
Now I do have a photography account that it is furthering my photography brand. So that is the direct purpose for that.
Could you touch on more of that, like for your photography account? I know you shoot videos and you take pictures. So what mainly are you doing to continue that content for your social media presence? Because that's huge. I mean, you're building something for photography.
Yeah, and I appreciate that a lot. But I worked for a lot of teams up at Adrian. I did the same when I was here at Franklin. It's just awesome to be able to go out on campus and shoot the teams that we have up there, and there's a lot of opportunities up there. I never saw hockey until I got up there in person. First time ever seeing a hockey game, and I cover one team specifically as an internship, and then I'll cover other teams as a part of my work with the sports information department. So and basketball obviously is coming around, so I covered the men's and women's game. I covered the last ever game for them between the crosstown rivals, Siena Heights, who's closing down next year, and it was a blessing to be able to document the last ever meeting of those two programs. But I use it. I use that page primarily as a portfolio of a visual of all my work. And recently, I took pictures of our JV football team because they played on Sunday at home one time a few weeks ago, and I posted those pictures. I was really happy with how they turned out, and like you said, using social media to build my brand and get my name out there is the main reason why I do it. So when I do make posts now, I invite collaborators. I tag people in that JV football picture or football post. I posted those pictures and I tagged Canon USA, the Canon account, because I shoot on a Canon R8. So I tagged them in it, and I was blessed to receive a comment. Like, they commented on my post. I replied to them, and they replied to that as well. So we had a small little conversation.
That's huge.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Like that account has 3.6 million followers. They responded about 8 hours after I had tagged them in it, and within those 8 hours, I was just looking through their tag posts. There was 150 tag posts within those 8 hours, and I was one of 2 posts that I saw a comment on.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge.
It was a big blessing. Huge. Yeah,
that shows how social media can be positive for college athletes. I mean, normally if you text or DM someone with that huge of a following, your likeliness of getting the response is slim. So that's 100%. Huge that they got to see your content from what you're creating while you're still being a college athlete. That's huge.
Definitely. Thank you.
So my next question I have with you is it pressure to maintain a certain image, or do you ever feel the need that you have to be perfect on and off the field?
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt that way, especially on the field. Like, knowing that I have God-given talents, I have the ability to play the game I do at a high level. I expect perfection. I expect to be as perfect as I possibly can be in everything I do, and that does bleed off the field, where, especially online, I got to make sure I'm not posting anything that is showing weakness in a way, or like only showing the positives, because when you post something that's negative, it's really like, it's hard to maintain a certain reputation, where like we lost to Hope, and up until that point we were 6-0, and we lost by 2 points, and I always shared the team accounts, like final score recap. I always share that on my story, so I was left with like a little dilemma after that game, and I ended up just posting about it still, because I like to be real. I like to be real with it. Yeah. And it's a blessing to be a part of that team, and I don't like to let an outcome affect something like that, when there's so many people that have poured a lot into me, that they deserve to be in the know about what's going on. Yeah. So that's how I took that experience right there, and the way I reposted it. Sometimes I'll post something with like a happy comment, or like something that like about the game. That one I just put it plain. Yeah.
So it sounds like, I mean, you're managing your social media presence pretty well, and that's good as a college athlete. But is anyone, like, for instance, any classes you're taking, or any coaching? Is the coaching staff, do they talk to you guys about how you manage your social media?
I think there's a certain expectation, and it's pretty well set forth for our program of like what you can post, what you can't post. Right. Obviously, they don't want you posting our practice film or posting our plays out there. Like that is 100% something that they make quite clear. Yeah. But as long as you're being morally right, or I don't know how else to put that. Just having a sense of morals when posting. Yeah. And understanding that, like, we have a brand to represent. We have a culture, and we have a standard that we need to uphold on the field and off the field.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, there is a bit of a drop-off, or I'll just ask you this question. How do you think, compare from D1 to your level, our level, Division III, and the opportunities as it varies from Division I to Division III, how do you view that? Do you view that as maybe Division III athletes aren't getting the same opportunities as Division I athletes, or due to you guys still being able to go out there and try to get NIL deals? What's your take on that?
Well, I think it depends person by person. NIL is, in my opinion, one of the greatest things that was ever implemented. It is 100% something that, just because we're an athlete doesn't mean we shouldn't be able to promote ourselves, promote our brand if we have a brand.
Yeah.
Like, think about if I couldn't make any money online, if I wanted to go and get a booking for my photography. I know it's like, I don't know what it was like before NIL was in effect, but if that was just athletic related payments, or if like photography businesses or like a side hustle like that would be affected, that's something I've never actually thought about until now.
Yeah.
Is, would I even be able to make money from photography if I wasn't able to, like, as an athlete?
Yeah.
But I 100% think it's one of the greatest things that has been implemented. Now, I would say the popularity of the sports, or the levels of sports at Division I and Division III vary differently. Very differently.
Yeah.
Very, very differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that definitely affects the visibility of some Division III athletes to the public.
Yeah.
Which is why some Division III athletes don't get as much recognition, and then therefore they're not going to have as easy of an opportunity to build their own brand by being an athlete. Now, they still have the same opportunities as everyone else if it were to be some other side hustle. But I would say no, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's just how it is out there. Like, people really only watch Division I at the nationally televised level. It's the main thing out there that everyone views and everyone's going to have their eyes on, so they're going to have the most opportunity to expose their personal brand as an athlete and whatever else they may choose to endorse.
Yeah. Well, Luke Stento, I appreciate you coming here and joining Between the Whistles podcast today. And I just wish you good luck in your next football season next year and this off season, and continuing to get better, and also managing your social media presence. And I want to challenge you to push for an NIL offer throughout this next year. Try to figure out a little small business you can get in contact with. I think that will suit you well, man. I think you'll be successful in doing that, Luke.
Sounds good, man. I'll make it a goal, and I'll mention this too right before we leave. Adrian College just signed with a NIL brand, which have been new recent occurrences. These brands have been popping up. I believe it's called Influxer, and it'll be something that the school works directly hand in hand with. So
that's cool.
That's potential for me to get in with that sponsorship between brand and school and start to grow my own personal brand.
Yeah. You hear it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Stento here. Jesse Morgan here, your host. Thank you for checking into Between the Whistles podcast. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.